Good morning, students, and continuation of the pathogens virus. And today I am going to deal with the dengue virus. Okay, so previous class, and we have dealt with the Japanese encephalitis. Okay, and now the continuation of the topic, that is dengue fever. So first we'll be dealing with what do you mean by dengue. Okay, so dengue is nothing else but it is a acute fever. Okay, so which is produced by the infectious diseases. Okay, so it is also known as a dengue fever or a breakbone fever or dengue hemorrhagic fever. Okay, so the other name of the dengue virus or dengue fever is called as dengue fever or the breakbone fever or the dengue hemorrhagic fever. Okay, so what is a causative agent so that is causing a dengue fever means the main major cause is RNA virus. Okay, and it belongs to the family of a Flaviviridae, and overall, so these virus, the causative agent of dengue virus is having of a 11,000 nucleotide bases. See here you are looking in the picture, right? Yes, so the 11,000 nucleotide bases, the genomes or the virus, RNA virus, this dengue fever is consisting. Okay, and virus is going to be again subdivided into 4 serotypes, that is dengue 1, dengue 2, dengue 3 and the dengue 4 categories, and according to that, and they are going to categorize which type of dengue fever it is. Okay, and this type of a dengue fever which was mostly affected by the mosquito borne disease only. So what type of mosquito it is causing a dengue fever means that is Aedes mosquito. So the Aedes, through the Aedes mosquito only, so where the dengue fever is going to be transmitted from one person to other person. Okay, and next one is a transmission of the dengue. So already we have discussed that, and what is the transmission? The mosquito is a transmission, means the vector borne diseases. Okay, so means the mosquitoes is only the factor that is going to be intermediate between the human being and the virus cause. Okay, and the authorized name so that the mosquito has given is a Aedes albopictus or the Aedes aegypti. Okay, so these only, so which is going to be spread the dengue virus. So what is going to be there here means, and when the mosquito so command falls against the so human body, and it is going to be biting through his ankles and knees close to the ground. So especially the in the daytime it is going to be so make out the infections. Okay, so where the only the female mosquito will bite, and mostly in the daytimes only it is going to be bite. So that is the name which one the mosquito is causing is Aedes albopictus and the Aedes aegypti. Okay, so that is the transmission of dengue fever. And what is the characteristics of the Aedes mosquito means how the Aedes feature of the Aedes mosquito looks like. So here you are seeing the picture of Aedes mosquito, right? So what is the color of this? The black and some white stripes over the area you can see here, and where its body and the legs is going to be stretched. Okay, and where these type of mosquito will bite only during the day, so it will not bite during the nights, and so it is going to be lay its eggs in a clean and stagnant water. So wherever the stagnant water will be there, and there it's going to be lay the eggs. So that is the features of this mosquito characteristics. And so how it is going to be, already I had discussed regarding of the how it is going to be transmitted means, so when the mosquito bites, and it is going to be suck the blood of the human body, and automatically what is going to be there, whatever the virus is there, so that is going to be infect with the uninfected person and make the person to be infected, and again so it is going to be run towards the healthy person. So here they are showing the picture, right? Yes, so from the infected person, so the mosquito is going to be bite the infected person, and that the mosquito is going to be transmit the infection, and whatever the infected transmitted mosquito is there, it is going to be bite the healthy human body. So now, so what is a carrier here? The virus is a carrier, so from the infected person to uninfected person. Okay, so how does this mosquito transmit? Already I had discussed that in the previous one. So from the infected person, and it is going to be infected the uninfected person, and that uninfected person is going to be so transmitted as a dengue fever. Okay, so in which areas mostly, so these type of dengue virus is going to be there, means in the mostly the tropical and subtropical areas, and this dengue disease is going to be occurs, and mostly so the, so where the 100 countries is going to be affected with these kind of and dengue fevers, and mostly so these dengue fever is going to be affected with some countries like a hemorrhagic fever. Okay, so which was mostly caused by this dengue fever. So in the 1995 only they have so discussed this dengue hemorrhagic fever, or it is also called as a dengue shock syndromes. Okay, so these areas and where the distribution of dengue virus has been discussed. Okay, so that is the Caribbean and the South Central and the North American, African, the Pacific Islands, Hawaii, Asian, and the Eastern Mediterranean and the Australia. So these are in the endemic areas, so we can see these type of distribution of dengue virus. Okay, and where we can see these most common breeding sites of the mosquito. So breeding sites means where these kind of so Aedes mosquitoes will live. Okay, so mostly we can see these type of virus will be in a rainy seasons are common, and also you can see that, and the mosquito in the poor environmental sanitation, these mosquito is going to be spreads, and where some of the discarded tires, broken bottles like this. Okay, so discarded tires and stagnated water and improper so maintenance of the healthy environment. So in these cases, and this virus or the mosquito is going to be spread. Okay, and okay, and next we'll see the life cycle of the Aedes mosquito. So after whenever already we discussed that what we have discussed, and from the infected person, so the mosquito is going to be acts like a carrier, and this carrier mosquito is going to be infected to the what, uninfected person. Okay, so after, so when the uninfected person is infected, so after that, so within 1 to 2 days, and where so the pupae. Okay, so in these formations, so the bacteria is going to be processed, means in the stagnated water, and it is going to be growth formation, and after that, and this mosquito is going to be stays like in the larva form. Okay, and later, and it is going to be makes like a egg formation. So in this form, and it is going to be stays like. Okay, so what is going to be there here, so the mosquito is going to be acts like carrier, and it is going to be lays and eggs, and that eggs is going to be formation to larva form within 2 to 3 days, and after that 4 to 5 days, and it is going to be formed like a, okay, so pupae. Okay, so the mosquito larva form. Okay, so after 1 to 2 days, and it is going to be changes as a growing mosquito. So the life cycle is going to be changes with the infected person. Okay, so what is the signs and symptoms you can see in this here means, and overall, so 105 degree of Fahrenheit. Okay, so the fever will be there with this type, these kind of an dengue fevers, and also some rashes over the body you will see, and severe headache will be there, back pain on the both the pain behind your eyes. Okay, and over the inner canthus or the outer canthus, and you will be having a severe pain, and severe joint and the muscle pains is going to be there, and nausea and vomiting, so due to the infection. And you can see some of the due to the Aedes aegypti mosquito, so after signs and symptoms, like for example, so it is going to be lead to the severe cases, that is dengue hemorrhagic fever, and also you can see the dengue shock syndrome. So these kind of symptoms also you can observe with these kind of bacteria. Okay, so this one, that is dengue hemorrhagic fever. Okay, so in these forms, and a decreased number of blood cells will be, that is platelets will be there, and bleeding from the nose and mouth, and bleeding under the skin. So because, and it is going to make hemorrhage over the body surfaces, and whenever the person is going to be affected with these kind of dengue hemorrhagic fever, in later days you are not caring, and it may lead to the death of the person. Okay, so that much of severe this dengue fever. And in the dengue shock syndrome, and you can see some of the, so mild dengue plus severe abdominal pain will be there, frequent vomiting, and the person will not be disoriented, and where fluid leakage from the blood vessels will be the hemorrhage. Okay, and heavy bleeding, and the person may lead to the shock, and later death is also one of the cause with this kind of dengue fever. And what is the diagnosis they can make here means, and the travelers, okay, they will take the history of the travelers, and so they are going to detect the virus, and by detecting of antibody test, and some complete blood test count, and in order to find out the so low platelet counts is going to be there with these kind of diagnosis of dengue. And some chemistry panel means, so they are going to discuss regarding of the so chemical changes within the body itself, and liver function test they are going to do, and some other etc. Okay, so this kind of dengue test they are going to perform with the dengue fever. And what is the treatment they are going to do here means, and no specific therapeutic treatment is going to be there for this dengue treatment. So bed rest and some hydration they are going to give, and if the low platelets are there, and they are going to induce the platelets, and if fever is there, to control that fever, and they are going to give a acetaminophen they are going to give. And if the person is having a severe headache, some narcotics they are going to give. So but in these cases, and surely they have to avoid aspirin, so because it's a hemorrhagic cause, and it's having an anticoagulant property, so we have to avoid that whenever you are having this kind of infection. And also you can see that signs and symptoms of a dengue hemorrhagic fever and the dengue shock syndrome you have to take a consideration. Okay, and what next? Prevention means what? There is no vaccine or drug they can give for the prevention of this drug, and only we have to avoid that to bite of the mosquito only. So what you have to do means here, so well screening should be there, and air condition should be good, and insecticide indoors should be there, and you have to apply the repellents. Okay, so you have to wear the sleeveless you should not wear, and sleeve cloths you have to wear, and DEET, so okay, so diethylchloride you have to so spread over the area, and whatever the breeding sites are there, everything you should be clean it properly, so that you have to make out. Okay, and final word advice means here, so high risk of being bitten by the female mosquito. So why? Because and wearing 2 to 3 hours after daytime, and 3 to 4 hours before nightfall, so this mosquito is very very dangerous. Okay, in that thing you have to take care, and the indoors and outdoors you have to take a precautions, and whereas and biting actively the daytime is very very important, so you should be take care that mosquito should not be bitten a person. Okay, so that is regarding of an dengue fever. Okay, so once we'll go through what do you mean by, okay, so dengue virus. Okay, so dengue means already discussed what is meant by that. It's a fever which was produced by the RNA virus. So that what is a virus is that transmitted is a family is a Flaviviridae. Okay, so transmission by what? The Aedes albopictus, and the Aegypti is only the cause, and which is causing a dengue fever. Okay, so there is a shape that is black and white, and strips of body or legs will be there, and it is going to be transmitted from the uninfected person, and it's like acts like a carrier, and it is going to be transmitted to uninfected person. Okay, and common breeding sites already discussed, that discarded tires, broken bottles and shoes, bird broths and rain gutters. Okay, so toys, so this kind of areas. So life cycle means what? And so the female mosquito is going to be lays the eggs, and it's going to be staged in larva form and pupae form, and it's going to be changes into the mosquito. Okay, and some signs and symptoms of dengue fever, that is how much? And 105 degree Fahrenheit and centigrades 40.6 degree Fahrenheit you can observe, and dengue hemorrhagic fever and dengue shock syndrome, and diagnosis like this. Okay, and treatment we have discussed, and some preventive measures for the travelers, and final word of advice for the travelers you have to take care. Okay, so that is regarding of overall dengue virus. Thank you.